You want to know how to stop excessive sweating. Good. Because we need to talk about something nobody wants to admit. That is, half the time we are causing our own sweat. Yeah, I said it. It's not always the weather, it's not always anxiety. Sometimes it's that double espresso you just had or that extra spicy lunch you thought was harmless. Look, I have been living with hyperhidrosis for over 20 years now, and I remember when I was 5 years old, I first visited the dermatologist for excessive sweating. And trust me, I have tested everything, you name it, antiperspirants, wipes, and all those so called miracle products you see online. But there was one thing that I ignored for way too long, and that was food, what you eat. And once I finally started paying attention, everything changed. See, here's most people don't realize that food can actually raise your internal body's temperature. And when your internal temperature rises, your body has only one way to cool down itself, right? It is sweat. And for people like us who have hyperhidrosis, that switch flips way too easily. So let's get specific, starting with the biggest one, caffeine. If you are pounding down coffee, energy drinks, or pre workouts, you are basically turning your body into a sweat factory. Why? Because caffeine spikes up your heart rate, it fires up your nervous system, and it tells your sweat glands to go crazy. It's brutal. And trust me, I used to start my day with coffee until I realized that my hands were dripping with sweat even before I got to work. And now I only drink coffee on low pressure days, and my sweating, it has been down by at least 30 to 40%. It's a huge deal. Next up, spicy food. I'm not going to lie, I love it and I still have it sometimes, but the truth is, when you are having spicy food, your brain reacts as if your body is overheating, even if it's actually not, and that's the reason why your body starts to sweat after a hot curry or some chili. If you already sweat too much, spicy food is basically like pressing down on turbo button on your sweat glands. Now let's talk about sugar, especially the processed sugar. Too much of sugar spikes up your blood glucose and then it crashes it. And when that crash happens, it triggers your stress hormones like adrenaline, which you guessed it, it further triggers your sweat glands to sweat more. Plus, sugary foods are inflammatory. They mess up your digestion system, your energy, and even your skin. If you are someone who gets random breakouts even long after puberty, that's often the sign that your body is running hot from inside out. The same goes for processed and fatty foods. Junk food, fried stuff, and fast food, they all force your digestive system to work way harder. And the harder your body works, the more heat it generates. And what does your body do? When it's hot, it starts to sweat. Simple as that. Focus on balance. Now, I'm not telling anyone to start eating like a monk overnight, but here's what actually helped me. It's focusing on balance. Good proteins like chicken, eggs, tofu, or fish, complex carbs like brown rice, oats, whole wheat breads, things that give you steady energy, and healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, and avocado. These foods don't overstimulate your system. They give your body what it needs without triggering chaos. And lastly, hydration. When you are dehydrated, your body overheats faster. That's when your sweat glands go crazy. So please drink more water, not just when you are thirsty, but make it a daily habit or a daily goal that you must be finishing around 2 to 3 liters of water. And you can also get it through your food. There are water rich veggies like cucumber, bell peppers, lettuce, And also there are water-rich fruits like watermelon, oranges, or strawberries. They naturally cool you down and help regulate your internal body temperature. It's not about detox or perfect diet or a restrictive diet. It's about awareness, knowing which food fires you up and which one calms your body down. And once you have that awareness, you start to own your sweating, not letting it control you. Look, these changes won't stop your hyperhidrosis completely. Nothing will, at least not yet, but they will make your day to day life more easier, more predictable, and honestly, way more comfortable. And that's the goal, my friend. If any of this has clicked with you or you have noticed the same triggers, comment below. Let me know what food triggers your sweat. I want to see if we are all noticing the same triggers. I was told that I would have to live with this forever. I refuse to accept that. If you feel the same, subscribe because this isn't just a channel. It's a mission to break the silence around hyperhidrosis and start a movement that not only improves our daily lives but also fuels research for better treatments and one day, hopefully, a cure. That's it. See you in the next one.